Well, hello to my Sunday school friends. It is really nice to see you. I hope you are well. We are getting close to the end of the school year. Summer is just over the next hill. You work hard, though. The Lord wants us to grow and to learn, and I believe in you. I think that you can do more, better, anything. Right? With God's help, you can do anything. So it is really nice to see you, and we're going to just continue telling this story that we've been working on. Now, for the last couple weeks, it's been sort of the same story, that Saul has an army and he runs around and chases David, and David has an army and he runs away from Saul, and periodically, that means sometimes, one or both of them have to deal with the Philistines that are still making trouble all over Israel. It's a crazy time. And the last time we talked, it was a strange story, a little bit funny, a little bit gross, right? That Saul was chasing David and he had to go to the bathroom. He had to go number 2, and he went into a cave to do that, and he didn't know that David and David's soldiers were in the cave. They had a chance to kill Saul right there, but if you remember the story, they didn't. That David cut off a little corner of the king's robe while the king was busy doing his business, and then came out after the king, and they had a conversation where David showed him that little corner of the robe and said, I could have killed you, but you're God's anointed. You're the king. I am not going to raise my hand against you. Why do you keep chasing me? And Saul felt terrible, and Saul promised that he would stop chasing David, and then he went back to his capital. It wasn't Jerusalem yet, that's coming. But he went back to his capital and he promised that he wasn't going to chase David. David didn't believe it, and David didn't go back. And it's a good thing too, because it wasn't very long before Saul again decided that he hated David and he wanted to kill him. And he called an army together, 3,000 men, and his captain of the army, a guy named Abner, and they marched out into the wilderness to try to catch David. Now, David knew what was going on. David had spies that were watching the king's army. I mean, armies are hard to move around quietly. So David knew that it was coming. And when Saul and his men made camp for the night, they set up tents, and they were there. They had something to eat, and then they went to sleep. David was looking down on the camp. And he said to his followers, to his guys, who is up for an adventure? Who wants to come with me down into the enemy camp? And people looked at each other like, that doesn't sound like a very good idea. But there was one guy, his name was Abishai, I'm not sure, but let's say Abishai. Abishai said to David, yeah, I'll go down into the camp with you. So the two of them snuck down into the camp, and everyone was asleep. And they just snuck right into the center of the camp, where they found King Saul asleep with no one standing guard over him. He had his spear plunged into the ground next to him. He had a bottle of water by his head in case he got thirsty in the night. And Abishai said to David, let's kill him. We're never going to have a better chance. I can do it with one stroke of the spear. I'll pin him to the ground like a bug. He won't even make a sound. And David said, listen, we've been through this before. This is the Lord's anointed king. I am not going to kill him. Now, he's going to die someday. Maybe he'll get old and die. Maybe he'll fall in battle. Right? Maybe someone else will kill him. But it's not going to be me, and it's not going to be you. And Abishai said, all right. And David said, here's what we're going to do. Grab that water bottle. And David grabbed a spear. And they snuck out of camp again. Now, they went to the top of a hill nearby, and David yelled out as loud as he could, hey, Abner, who's watching over the king? And Abner woke up, and David said, you're not doing a very good job defending the king. I could have killed him in his sleep. You deserve to die. You're his general. You're in charge. You did not protect the king. And Abner said, what are you talking about? And David said, where's his spear? Where's the king's spear? Where's the king's water bottle? You want to know where they are? I've got him right here. Oh, that was embarrassing for poor Abner. And Saul was listening to this whole thing, and Saul recognized David's voice, and he said, "Is that your voice, David?" And David said, "It is, my king." And Saul said, "Oh, my son, I keep doing this wrong thing. I keep doing this bad thing. Come on in. I am sorry. I will not hurt you. Come on in." And David said, "No, why don't you send one of your guys over here to get your spear and your water bottle? But I'm not coming in. But listen, can we not do this anymore? I have proven now over and over and over again that I don't want to harm you, and you keep trying to kill me. I don't know where you're getting this information that I'm a threat to you, but I've proven it now a couple of times. Please, let's stop that." And Saul said, "I have done wrong. I have made a terrible mistake. I've been a fool, and I am not going to keep doing this. Again, God gave me into your hand, and again you didn't hurt me. I am sorry. I am sorry. I am sorry. I will never do this again. May God bless you." And then Saul gave the order for his army to pack up and go home. And again, David knew better, and David did not go with Saul. It's a strange, strange story, isn't it? I mean, Saul just will not learn this lesson. He's just filled with rage. He's just filled with anger and bitterness. And you're going to learn as you grow up that anger and bitterness and rage, they can blind a person. They can make you not see what's true at all. And Saul keeps going down this road, this sad, sad road, and David keeps being faithful. So next week, we'll pick up the story again. We'll see what happens next. But now you have a lot to think about, don't you? You take care. All right, Jesus loves you. Bye-bye.